You voted for it and I'll deliver it. Magic, wargraves, and revenge, all wrapped up in one single character. And boy, what a character. Illidan. Illidan is the twin brother of Malfurion Stormrage. At birth, the two twins were promised for greatness, especially Illidan, who was born with eyes of amber. Now, you gotta understand that back then in Elven society, this was considered a gift of great destiny. Which is true for him, but they misinterpret it in a way. Because amber eyes are a sign of great druidic potential. But that potential doesn't mean you'll be good at it from the start, or that you won't have to work. Illidan and Malfurion would be trained by Cenarius, but only one of them will become Archdruid, and Illidan will continue to struggle. But that's later on in their life. The twins grew up in Suramar, alongside their best friend, Tyrande Whisperwind. Both the twins would get a fancy for Tyrande, but unfortunately for Illidan, she only got a fancy for Malfurion, putting Illidan in a love triangle he shouldn't have been in. But that's a recurring theme in Warcraft, it seems. Maybe it was because of this, or not, that Malfurion and Tyrande found their way in life. But Illidan was still searching for his. He liked magic, he knew how to use it, and even though he wasn't the Highborn, he was proficient enough to become the personal caster of Kurtalos Ravencrest. The elves, or night elves in this case, lived quite idyllic lives, for the most part. Sure, they were separated by castes, but their mortal life wasn't that terrible. Unfortunately, all these would change when Queen Ajara's treachery would be known to the rest of the elven population. By that point, Illidan found his way into the Highborn ranks, and he finally thought he found his way in life. That all changed once the demon invasion started. Malfurion would manage to convince Illidan to leave his queen and join the resistance. And once the first battle between the resistance and the demons started, Malfurion and I think the rest of the elves, including Illidan, understood that the power of their foes was too big even for demigod Cenarius and the dragon aspects and their flight. Malfurion saw the might of the Burning Legion. He saw how powerful they were, and his only conclusion was that the only way to defeat them was to stop their advance into Azeroth. The only way to do this, he figured, was to destroy the Will of Eternity. The Will was what gave the elves their magic, and more importantly, their immortality. And Illidan did not like this. It would mean they would be cut from their birthright of magic and long life. Losing the Will was a price too dear for Illidan to pay. But during their fight against the demons, Illidan found himself mesmerized by the magic of the Burning Legion. He saw a chaotic purity in their magic and power, one that his Night Elven brethren lacked. Let's move a little bit on from this and get a little bit of other lore from the Night Elves. The Moonguard. I like these guys. They were an ancient order of Golden Eye elves with a powerful control on magic. But they were not Highborn. They hated the Highborn. They also got a little bit of an ego complex that they found themselves looking down upon other casters and thought themselves to be greater. Now, the Guard were only loyal to Queen Ajara, and in the beginning, the Moonguard didn't believe that Queen Ajara was to blame for this. She thought she was just a prisoner of Xavius and the other Highborn that are using her so they can fulfill their dreams of becoming immortal or something, or destroying Kalimdor. It doesn't really matter. The idea is that the Guard joined the rebels after they found out that their queen wasn't as pure and as golden as they initially thought. The Moon Guard was led by Latosius, and Latosius was an old elf criticized for seeing smaller things but never the greater picture of it, you know? And because of that, Latosius would meet his end thanks to a bolt from a warlock Eldar during a battle. Now, Ronin will make sure that the Eldar would not see the dawn of another day, but then, surprisingly, Illidan came and took control of the Moon Guard, and he seemed a pretty good commander to them, so they started following him, even renouncing their previous arrogance. But that wasn't really enough. After Illidan got his hold on the Moon Guard, he would misuse them. To say, he had the guard, rather than cast their own spells, have them, empower his own. And you can imagine that did not end up that well for the Moon Guard that were not supposed to use their own magic, because that left them open to many attacks from demons during the battle. At one point in Rockhood, Illidan managed to do something unspeakable. He drained his own soldiers of their life. That's how much he abused the Moon Guard. But we will later learn a more important lesson in that. It was in that moment when his men fell because they wasted all their magic to empower Illidan that he understood that sacrifice was a necessity when it comes to defeating a foe as strong as the Burning Legion. Oh yeah, let's circle back to something else we discussed here. Remember that Illidan was stuck in a love triangle? Well, during the war against the Burning Legion, Illidan tried his best to impress Tyrande. He would display power and magic and ability to lead like no other. But that made him take reckless risks, something that did not impress the then young priestess. And of course, Tyrande chose Malfurion. But Illidan still thought he had the chance with her. And then came a devil, like in Kelta's story, that whispered in his ear, that poisoned him. That devil would be Savius, one of the Queen's most trustworthy excuse me for that, I mean Highborn. Now, Savius came to him and tried to cloud his mind, that only his brother's death could bring Tyrande into Illidan's arms. But the words of the conniving Savius did not manage to put him over the edge. It did manage to make him more thoughtful of what he spoke. No. You see, there was another thing that pushed him over that edge. And it was when Illidan saw Tyrande into the arms of his brother. It would not take a month, a week, or even a day for Illidan to make up his mind. It was then, in that very moment, that Illidan decided to leave the Defenders. We're going to jump to an unspecified point in time, and we're going to do so because, quite frankly, we have no other data about it than this. After leaving the Defenders, Illidan would defeat a powerful Doom Guard known as Azinoth, and after slaying him, Illidan would take his Warglaives as his own. How that battle happened and when is an information that has not been disclosed to us, and at this rate we will probably never know any more details than what we already know. But now Illidan had the glaives of a strong demon, and he decided to do what he planned. With his warglaives in hand, he left to the Queen's palace. There, he would pretend to pledge allegiance to the Legion and Ajara, but he would have his own plan devised. Illidan's plan was to use the demon soul to close the Well of Eternity and stop the demon's advance. But for him to be able to do so, he would need power. More power than he currently had. And so Illidan decided that it would be the best to make his plan a little bit more on the side of the invaders. Thus, Illidan brought his plan on retrieving the demon souls to Sargeras. The Fallen Titan was pleased with this plan, and as a gift, or curse, Sargeras used his powers to remove Illidan's eyes and grant him green fiery orbs instead. Those orbs would grant him the ability to see all kinds of magic everywhere. And, to mark him as one of their own, Illidan's body would be covered in fell tattoos. But Sargeras offered Illidan something else. A vision of the Burning Legion. The true Legion. And all its immense power and numbers. Illidan knew then that defeating the Legion in Azeroth would not end it. So, he decided he would have to defeat them for good. For those of you that are lucky, you can experience this event.
Ancient memory stirs. When you are prepared, call to me, and together we will uncover a piece of Illidan's past.
is on Azeroth is but a whisper of the Legion's true strength. Beyond this army is another, and another, and another. Even if we defeat them here, it will mean nothing. We are doomed. Unless we find another way to fight them. And I will find that way.
With his eyes burned out for seeing the truth, Illidan still did not falter. Even under the gaze of the Lord of the Burning Legion, Illidan remained resolute and defiant.
Queen Hyjal would be fascinated by Illidan, this new Illidan. But he knew better. He remained cautious and wary of her advances. It wouldn't have been a good idea to fall into the trap of the Queen. Later on, Illidan would be sent with the captain of the Queen's Guard, Varroten, to retrieve the Dragon Soul, or Demon Soul, either works, from Deathwing. They wouldn't take the soul from Deathwing because Malfurion got it before them. But they would manage to capture Malfurion and the soul. With the soul in their hands, the Highborn and the Burning Legion would use it to amplify the Well of Eternity. So Dassar Garrus, who couldn't enter Azeroth yet, could step forward from the well and conquer the world in the name of the Burning Legion. Malfurion would manage to escape, and alongside with Illidan, they returned to the Kaldoraya Resistance. And as you can probably expect, of course the Resistance did not trust Illidan. You know, he took the weapons of a demon, he joined the ranks of the demons, gave them the soul, captured Malfurion. It's not a good image for Illidan at this point. But somehow, thanks to Malfurion's kind words, Illidan will be let to help them against the Burning Legion. And together, the two twins would work to collapse the Well of Eternity. Malfurion would manage to cast a spell in a battle against Queen Hyjal so powerful that it threw all the demons directly into the well and back to the twisting nether from which they came from. And he managed to do that before destroying the portal and overcharging it with the soul. Thus the plan to have Sargeras come into Azeroth failed. But there's a small caveat about this. One that nobody really foresaw. Once Malfurion managed to destroy the portal, the well imploded on itself in such a vast and violent way it would split the supercontinent of Kalimdor apart, creating the continents we are now used to. The defenders and the highborn that joined in their fight against Queen Azshara would flee from the palace and set sail on ships to avoid being eaten by the Maelstrom and getting drowned with the rest of Azshara's highborn. But before that, while the well still had water in it, before it all went awry, Illidan made sure to take a few vials containing the waters from the Well of Eternity for future use. After the events of the War of the Ancient, as it will become known, Malfurion and the rest of the Kaldoroi resistance ordered that Arcane magic would be illegal, in a way to stop another invasion from the Burning Legion, and in another to replace it with the more clean and eco-friendly druidistic magic of Cenarius. The Highborn were not really that pleased with it, but before the Highborn decided to do their own thing, Illidan decided he wouldn't listen. So he climbed the highest peak of Hyjal Mountain, the place that the Night Elves now called home, and there he found a small lake, and into that small lake he would pour the vials containing the waters from the Well of Eternity. The lake would be twisted by the waters from it. It would twist and turn, and violent energies will come out of it. But it stabilized at some point, and from it a new Well of Eternity would be created. Illidan was overjoyed with this fact, but he would not get to enjoy this victory that much, because that fate, as well, it happens, as fate makes it happen, he was found by Malfurion, Tyrande, and the rest of the new leaders of the Night Elves. They were all horrified and enraged at Illidan for doing this. Malfurion tried to scold his brother that it was this very kind of magic that brought the Burning Legion into this world. It was this kind of magic that destroyed everything they ever had before. It was this kind of magic that would ruin them. Yet Illidan continued that they would need magic should the Burning Legion invade once more. And Illidan saw his brother as nothing but a fool, too scared to use their birthright, their power. Malfurion, seeing his brother shows no remorse for his actions, at first wanted to have him executed. But, as brotherly love makes it, he decided he would be imprisoned. Imprisoned so far down below the earth that Illidan would not be seen by anybody else again. Malfurion would, from time to time, come to the depths of the earth, to the warden's prison, to see his brother, and try to convince him of the folly of his way. But one day, those visits ended, and time would forget about Illidan, about his plan, about his sacrifices. And Illidan would learn that time only takes.
Elune. The pathway cuts off to the south, but this doorway looks promising.
Oh no. How could I have forgotten?
What is behind this door that worries you, my love?
This door leads to Illidan's prison, Tyrande. We should go. Now.
Illidan? It's been 10,000 years. Could he still be alive? We should free him, Furion. He would be the perfect ally against the undead and their demon masters.
No, Tyrande. That beast must never be set free.
But he is your brother.
Be that as it may. He is far too dangerous. I forbid it.
Only the goddess may forbid me anything. I will free Illidan whether you like it or not. By Elune. As the goddess wills.
Hold, priestess. This place is forbidden, even to one such as you. There is a terrible evil here that must remain chained beneath the earth.
Illidan was considered a great hero once. I believe he will become one again.
Madness! You would doom us all by freeing the betrayer.
Illidan, is that you?
Tyrande, it is your voice. After all these ages spent in darkness, your voice is like the pure light of the moon upon my mind.
The Legion has returned, Illidan. Your people have need of you once more.
Because I once cared for you, Tyrande, I will hunt down the demons. But I will never owe our people anything.
Then let us hurry back to the surface. The demon's corruption spreads with every second we waste. Furion.
It has been an eternity, brother. An eternity spent in darkness.
Illidan. You were sentenced to pay for your sins. Nothing more.
And who are you to judge me? We fought the demons side by side, if you recall.
Enough of this, both of you. What is done. My love, with Illidan's help, we will drive the demons back once again and save what is left of our beloved land.
Have you even considered the cost, Tyrande? This betrayer's aid may doom us all before the end. I will have nothing to do with this.
I am free after 10,000 years. Yet still my own brother thinks I am a villain. I'll show him my true power. I'll show him that the demons have no hold over me.
Are you certain of that, Demon Hunter? Are you certain your will is your own?
You reek of death, human. You'll regret approaching me.
Come then. You'll find that we're evenly matched.
We could go on fighting like this forever. What is it you truly want?
The Dreadlord who commands this undead army is called Tychondrius. He controls a powerful warlock artifact called the Skull of Gul'dan. It is responsible for corrupting these forests.
And you wish for me to steal it? Why?
Let's just say that I have no love for Tychondrius, and the Lord I serve would benefit from the Legion's downfall.
Why should I believe anything you say, little human?
My master sees all, Demon Hunter. He knows that you've sought power your whole life. Now it lies within your grasp. Seize it, and your enemies will be undone.
At all, that is where the skull of Gul'dan is kept. These paltry demons will not prevent me from claiming it. Draws close. Now, at least the demons will no longer corrupt the forests. But if I destroy the skull and claim its powers as my own, I will become stronger than any of Archimonde's lieutenants. Yes, the power should be mine.
Now I am complete. Who are you? Let's see how confident you are against one of your own kind, Dreadlord. Easily. Evil draws.
Foul demon! What have you done with my brother?
It is I, Furion. This is what I've become.
No. Illidan, how could you?
The leader of the undead has been destroyed, and the forests will heal in time.
At the cost of your soul? You are no brother of mine. Be gone from this place, and never set foot in our lands again.
So be it, brother.
These tracks are fresh, but they split off in opposite directions. Illidan must be getting help from someone.
Your orders, mistress.
You Watchers split up into two parties. Scour the woods. Find what you can. We'll meet you further up the coast. Remember, sisters, if you find Illidan, do not attempt to take him without the rest of us. He is far too dangerous to tackle alone.
Yes, mistress.
The rest of you, follow me. There, mistress. Those must be the creatures we're after.
Wretched my elves, you are no match for the Naga.
Naga? Many craven races have tempted our wrath over the centuries. None have survived.
Wretched woman, we will retake the surface world and put an end to your vile race once and for all. Quickly, you fools. The ships must be burned. The Master doesn't wish to be followed.
I cannot allow Illidan to escape again. We must slay those Naga before they burn the ships.
You are too late, little warden. The Master has already set sail for distant shores. However, he wished to thank you for the hospitality you provided during his imprisonment. He asked us to repay you in kind.
You're certainly welcome to try, monster.
Mistress, do you believe we can defeat Illidan even if we find him?
Illidan has grown powerful, of that there is no doubt. He consumed the energies of the skull of Gul'dan. Now he is neither night elf nor demon, but something more.
Mistress, why would the Naga harbor so much hatred for us?
We must trust time to reveal all things. Now hurry. Illidan has a considerable lead on us. We must capture him before he causes any more harm.
tomb of Sargeras is found. You, my trusted servants, must remain here and guard the entrance. If that wretched warden managed to reach this island, she'll certainly try to follow us.
Illidan. I knew we'd find him. We'll have to fight our way through the Naga's defenses in order to follow him.
We locked Illidan beneath the earth long ago. I intend to do so again. I can wait no longer. The end draws near. I will finish the hunt. The guilty will suffer. I will finish the hunt. Now quickly, my sisters. Illidan must be stopped at all costs.
I have a bad feeling about this, mistress. It's too quiet. It feels as if we're walking into a trap.
Still, we must press on, Naisha. If Illidan finds whatever it is he's seeking, he could... Wait, look there. Strange. These are orcish runes. They were written by Gul'dan when he first opened this tomb 20 years ago.
What do they say?
Apparently, he logged his journey through the tomb's depths. These runes seem to depict that history.
Quickly, you fools! Fan out and search for the primary passageway. We must reach the Chamber of the Eye before the tomb's guardians awaken. Spineless cowards! I said move! Now, Sargeras, I will claim whatever's left of your power and bring this wretched world to its knees.
There's no telling what Gul'dan and his lackeys awoke in this foul place. We must be cautious.
So, Warden Shadowsong, you've made it at last. I knew you would.
You have much to pay for, Illidan. I'm taking you back to your cell.
Naivete does not suit you. When I consumed the power of Gul'dan's skull, I inherited his memories, especially those of this place, and the dark prize he coveted.
Yes, the power of Sargeras. You would claim it as your own.
That power is beyond my reach, little warden. But this, the Eye of Sargeras, contains all the power I'll need to rid this wretched world of my enemies once and for all. Ironic that you should be its first victim.
You're insane.
Isolation can do that to the mind. Now, after all the long centuries you kept me chained in darkness, it is only fitting that I bury you in turn.
Damn! I must reach Stormrage and warn him of his brother's treachery. My power will allow me to escape. But I fear there is no way out for the rest of you.
Go, mistress. The goddess will light our path to the hereafter.
I will not forget you, my sisters. You will be avenged. I swear it. Now I've got to find a way out before this cursed tomb is drowned by the seas.
Tyrande, what are you doing here? This battle does not concern you.
I was wrong to set you free, Illidan. I can see that now. You've become a monster. Raw power is no substitute for true strength, Illidan.
That is why I chose your brother over you.
Victory is ours. It has been an honor to fight at your side, Shondo.
This battle is far from over, Maiev. Illidan has yet to be accounted for. And I've seen no sign of Tyrande either.
Show yourself, Illidan. It's over.
Not yet, my little priestess. A pity you couldn't see things my way. Now you and the whole world will understand just what I'm capable of. Ashkerov! Brother, what are you doing here?
I've come to stop you, Illidan. Instead of banishing you, I should have returned you to your cage when I had the chance. I was weak then, but no longer.
I have sworn allegiance to a new master, brother. I have a great task to perform in his service. I'm sorry, but I cannot allow you to stand in my way.
Don't worry, my love. We'll find Illidan wherever he runs. We'll find him. Maiev, we've got to move quickly. Illidan is weaving a spell that is splitting apart the roof of the world. We must... Wait. Where is Tyrande?
I'm sorry, Shondo, but the priestess has fallen. We aided a band of Alliance warriors against the undead. The priestess fought valiantly, but I saw her torn apart with my own eyes.
Torn apart? Tyrande, my heart. I should have been there.
You can still avenge her, Shondo. Let us attack Illidan together. He is the reason we even came to this forsaken place. He is the reason for your loss. Shondo, this is Prince Kael'thas, the ally I spoke of.
Greetings, Great Druid. My scouts have confirmed that this Illidan and his vile snakes are based at the ruined city of Dalaran. They are using a gem-like artifact to perform some strange ritual.
They must be using the Eye of Sargeras. But why would they strike at the roof of the world?
It doesn't matter. They won't live long enough to finish their spell. Illidan must be stopped once and for all.
No! The spell is not done! It is not done!
It is over, brother. Your vile schemes end here.
Illidan Stormrage, for recklessly endangering countless lives and threatening the very balance of the world, I hereby sentence you to death.
Too much blood has been spilled on your account, Illidan. Even now, I can feel the lands of Northrend reeling from the spell you cast. Imprisonment will not be enough this time.
I will execute him myself.
Fools! Can you not see? The spell we channeled was meant to strike at the undead, our common enemy. My mission was to destroy the Lich King's stronghold of Icecrown.
And no heed to the cost! Because of you, Tyrande is dead!
What?
Your pardon, Lord Stormrage, but the priestess may still be alive. She was swept downriver, but it's premature to simply assume
Silence,
that...
Kael.
You told me she was torn apart. You lied to me.
The betrayer's capture was our primary concern, Shondo. I needed your help. I knew you would go to her, and we would lose our chance.
Just who is the betrayer now, woman? I must go to her immediately.
Believe me, brother. Despite all our differences, you know that I would never lead Tyrande to harm. Let me help you. My Naga can scour the river for us. Let me do this, at least.
Very well.
What? After all he's done, you would trust this traitor?
Silence! I will deal with you later. Let's go, brother.
Prince Kael'thas said he last saw Tyrande being swept down this river. If she is alive, my Naga will find her.
They had best return with good news, brother. The very sight of them makes my stomach turn. Where did you ever find such loathsome creatures?
Believe me, brother, you do not want to know.
Lord Illidan, we have found your missing priestess. She and her warriors fight on against the undead, but I doubt they can hold out much longer.
Come forth, you mindless wretches, and taste the wrath of the sentinels! Alun's light shall never falter.
You'd best hurry if you're to save her.
An undead strike force. But they're completely ignoring us.
What could Tyrande?
Their flying horrors fill the sky. It would be folly to send your flyers against them.
We cannot depend on them now. Illidan, you must hold the undead here and prevent them from assaulting Tyrande's encampment. I will journey downriver.
No, brother. The Naga and I can reach her faster. I will go.
What you say is true, but I risk much by trusting you, Illidan.
I swear on my life that I will bring her back, my brother.
I believe you. And Thoris Sathil, brother.
Illidan, what trickery is this? Have you come to finish me off personally?
No, Tyrande. You must believe me. I've come to save you.
Save me?
Where could they be? He should have brought her back by now.
Hurry! This is our last chance.
You risked your life for me. I don't understand.
Whatever I may be, whatever I may become in this world, know that I will always look out for you, Tyrande.
Tyrande!
I knew you would not forsake me.
I thought I'd lost you forever, my love. If not for Illidan's aid, I may well have.
We have had much strife between us, my brother. I have known only ages of hate for you. But for my part, I wish it to end. From this day forward, let there be peace between us.
You have brought much suffering to the world, Illidan. For that, you can never be forgiven. However, you saved the life of my love. For that, I will let you go. But should you ever threaten my people again...
I understand, brother. Lordship over this world was never my aim. Only power. Only the magic. I've lingered here too long. I must go. By aiding you, I've betrayed my new master. If I am not careful, his wrath will be my end. Farewell, brother. Tyrande. I doubt our paths will cross again. In Shu Falana.
Fools! Have you no sense of justice? Maiev, Illidan has atoned for his crimes. He is no longer a threat to...
It's no use, Tyrande. She has become vengeance itself, bound forever to the hunt. I only pray that in her zeal she doesn't cause even more havoc than Illidan.
Now, let's go home, beloved. We've earned our rest.
What is this desolate place, Vash?
This shattered world is called Outland, young prince. It is all that remains of Draenor, the former homeland of the Orcish horde.
Amazing. I remember when Khadgar led the Alliance expedition here years ago. He almost succeeded in importing it for good. In an attempt to escape, Ner'zhul opened a number of massive dimensional gateways. But all they succeeded in doing was tearing the planet apart.
Yes. And now, amongst the ruins of this dead world, we have come to find the Master.
Illidan. Why here? What could possibly interest him in this barren wasteland?
That I do not know. Regardless, we should seek him out quickly.
Agreed. Actually, I'm anxious to meet him again. If he can cure my people of their hunger for magic, I will gladly pledge myself to his service. This place is unnerving. We've marched for 3 days and seen no signs of life. Still, I can't shake the feeling that we're not alone out here.
We aren't. I caught the scent just as the wind shifted. Night elves. What could they be doing here?
The warden, Maiev, swore to capture Illidan at any cost. She must have brought her warriors here to hunt him. There! Illidan lies chained in that cage! The Night Elves must be taking him to their stronghold.
Then we must rescue him before they reach safety.
Lady Vashj, your rescue was most timely. The thought of spending another 10,000 years in Maiev's prison was not a pleasant one.
We could not forsake you, Lord Illidan, but you owe your freedom to them.
Who are they, Vashj? The young elf looks familiar, but...
They call themselves the Blood Elves, my lord. They are the last mortal descendants of the Highborn, who served you long ago. This is Prince Kael'thas. He and his brethren have come to bask in your wisdom and pledge themselves to your will.
You were right to come to me, Kael. I share the pain of your addiction, your hunger for magic.
Can you help us, Lord Illidan? Can you cure us?
There is no cure, young one. But there are ways to feed the hunger. Follow me, and I will grant your people more magic than they can imagine.
So be it. Lord Illidan, my fellow Blood Elves and I humbly pledge ourselves to your service.
Then arise, young Kael. You shall be my right hand, and the harbinger of my wrath.
What of your plans, Master?
Many months after the Legion's defeat at the Battle of Mount Hyjal, I was visited by one of the last great demon lords, Kil'jaeden.
Illidan, in the past you have been both friend and foe to the Burning Legion. But by consuming the skull of Gul'dan, you sealed our defeat in this world. I come to offer you a second chance to serve us.
What would you have me do, Great One?
My creation, the Lich King, has betrayed me. He dared to break the pact that binds him to my will. But his spirit still lies trapped inside the frozen throne of Icecrown. Destroy it for me, and I will grant you your heart's desire.
It shall be done, Great One. It shall be done. At Dalaran, I attempted to use the Eye of Sargeras to melt away the polar ice caps surrounding the Icecrown Glacier. If the spell had succeeded, the Lich King would have been vanquished forever.
But the cursed Night Elves intervened.
And the spell went awry. Given my failure, I fled to this desolate place to evade Kil'jaeden's wrath. Now, if I am to remain here in exile, we will need to ensure that Kil'jaeden's agents have been cleansed from the land. Long ago, after Draenor's explosion, a brutal pit lord named Magtheridin rallied the surviving orcs and took control of Outland. Since then, his forces have grown strong.
How, Master? If most of the orcs were killed when this world exploded, how has he bolstered his ranks?
By using the very portals that tore the planet apart. Many of Ner'zhul's dimensional gates still stand, young prince. Magtheridin lures scores of hapless demons through them daily.
Then we must seal them permanently.
Yes. We will seek out each of the gates, and I will close them myself. Once they have been sealed, we will move against Magtheridin's Black Citadel and claim Outland as our own.
Magtheridin's forces have besieged that Draenei village. If we drive them back, the Draenei will join us in our fight.
I am Akama, Elder Sage of the Draenei. Lord Illidan promised to rid us of our ancient enemies in exchange for our loyalty. These cursed orcs serve Magtheridin, a terrible lord whose black citadel lies to the west. Under his command, the orcs hunted us to the brink of extinction. But now, with Lord Illidan behind us, we will fight back and retake our ancestral lands.
We also serve Illidan, Old One.
Very well, stranger.
We've done it, Master. The dimensional gates are all sealed. There's no way for Magtheridin to call reinforcements now.
True, but his standing forces are still considerable. Assaulting his Black Citadel will not be easy, Kael.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Our enemies draw near, Lord Magtheridin.
These upstarts are tiresome gnats, nothing more. The might of Magtheridin cannot be denied. I am the Lord of Outland. Those who dispute my rule will soon regret their folly.
Magtheridin has grown strong over the years, but he has had few real foes to contend with. He has become decadent and complacent. The boisterous cur cannot match our cunning or our will.
This will be a glorious battle, Master. Though Magtheridin's forces vastly outnumber ours, your warriors are prepared to fight to the end.
I am pleased by your people's zeal, young Kael. Their spirits and powers have been honed in this harsh wilderness. Their courage alone may be enough to...
Lord Illidan, new arrivals come to greet you.
We Draenei have fought the orcs and their demon masters for generations. Now at last, we will end their curse forever. We are yours to command, Lord Illidan.
As I promised, your people shall have their vengeance, Akama. By night's end, we will all be drunk with it. Vash, Kael, give the final order to strike. The hour of wrath has come.
I do not know you, stranger, but your power is vast. Are you an agent of the Legion? Have you been sent to test me?
I have come to replace you. You're a relic, Magtheridin. A ghost of a past age. The future is mine. From this moment on, Outland and all of its denizens will bow to me. Hear me now, you trembling mortals. I am your lord and master. Illidan reigns supreme.
What is this, Vosh? Where did this storm come from?
Keep your head down, fool. Something terrible is drawing near.
Foolish little mongrel. You failed to destroy the frozen throne as I commanded. And still you thought to hide from me in this forsaken backwater. I thought you to be more cunning, Illidan.
Kil'jaeden, I was merely set back. I was attempting to bolster my forces. The Lich King will be destroyed. I promise you.
Indeed. Still, these servitors you've gathered show some promise. I will give you one last chance, Illidan. Destroy the frozen throne, or face my eternal wrath.
Perhaps hiding here was not the most prudent decision. Still, the quest lies before us. Will you follow me into the cold heart of death itself?
The Naga are yours to command, Lord Illidan. Where you go, we follow.
The Blood Elves are yours as well, Master. We will drive the Scourge before us and shatter the frozen throne as you command.
I saw another vision of the Lich King. He has restored my powers. I know now what I must do. It's time to end the game. Once and for all. Time's running out, Anubarak. We've got to get inside the throne chamber before Illidan does.
The throne chamber lies within the frozen peak at the center of the valley. It can only be opened by activating the 4 enchanted obelisks that surround it. Illidan's forces have already entrenched themselves near 2 of them. We'll need to drive them back and reactivate the obelisks ourselves.
We're sorry to interrupt your meditation, Master, but all our forces are in place.
Once the chamber is opened, we will destroy the frozen throne, as promised.
Then the hour has come at last. After today, the Scourge will meet its end. Can you hear me out there, Arthas? Its end!
Illidan has mocked the Scourge long enough. It's time we put the fear of death back in him.
You're out of your league, Old King. You should have stayed hidden underground. Foolish undead! This obelisk belongs to me.
At
You
last.
and your Lich King duped me once, but now I have the upper hand. Hello, Arthas.
You look different, Illidan. I guess the Skull of Gul'dan didn't agree with you.
We've done it, Anubarak. The throne chamber is open. This is the hour of the Scourge.
The frozen throne is mine, demon. Step aside. Leave this world and never return. If you do, I'll be waiting.
I have sworn to destroy it, Arthas. It must be done.
Never.
Praise to the goddess. She has blessed us this night with new life. The birth of not one, but 2 healthy males.
2?
The Stormrage twins.
Beautiful, nearly identical, except for...
That one, his eyes are golden.
Indeed. The child is destined for a great and prosperous future. His name is Illidan.
Illidan, your anger is misplaced. I have not insulted you.
You have cast me out, Cenarius.
No, you may remain here, but I will no longer be your teacher. If you wish to continue studying the wilds, you may do so with your brother.
So I must learn from a novice instead of a master?
You must learn respect. Malfurion will become the first druid, because he is a dedicated student. You are not. To walk this path requires sacrifice, Illidan. Something you have yet to understand.
Brother.
Behold the Legion's power. No matter how hard this world fights, it will fall.
Our eyes deceive us. The army that marches on Azeroth is but a whisper of the Legion's true strength. Beyond this army is another, and another, and another. Even if we defeat them here, it will mean nothing. We are doomed. Unless we find another way to fight them. And I will find that way.
Akama, your duplicity is hardly surprising. I should have slaughtered you and your malformed brethren long ago.
We've come to end your reign, Illidan. My people and all of Outland shall be free.
Boldly said, but I remain unconvinced. Is this it, mortals? Is this all the fury you can muster?
Their fury pales before mine, Illidan. We have some unsettled business between us.
Maiev, how is it even possible?
Ah, my long hunt is finally over. Today, justice will be done.
The enemy came into our world. Their only desire to extinguish all life. They slaughtered our loved ones. They razed our homes, our defend our sacred places. You tried to stop them, and you failed. And so you came to me. Nothing remaining of you but rage and determination. And you learned that the things that once tormented you could give you power. Now you see that there is no sacrifice too great if it brings an end to the Burning Legion.
But... Lord Illidan... demonic energies course through our veins. They gnaw at our every thought. What makes us any different from the monsters we fight?
You question the Master.
We will not sit idly like those on Azeroth, waiting to become the demon's prey. We will take this war to the Legion's worlds and prey upon them!
In his own domain. Your mission has failed. Your cause dies with them. Well,
never.
You wish to know the difference between the demons and us. They will stop at nothing to destroy our world.
And we will sacrifice everything to save it.
The Legion will know of this victory, and they will fear you, my Illidari. Now, you are prepared! Illidari. My demon hunters. With countless worlds burning in the Legion's wake, you answered the call. Yet these mortals in their ignorance have come to destroy their own salvation. Our time is short. I will deal with these intruders. You must venture to Mardoom and retrieve the Sargerite keystone. Now go, but remember, should you fail, all worlds will burn.
Illidan has fallen.
Illidari, avenge the Master!
You bear the mark of his corruption. And so the demon's blood within you will be your prison! Take them to the vault. There they shall be with the betrayer. Forever.
The time has come, Cortana. Prove your loyalty.
Anu Dorini Tala.
The Legion has broken the seal! Quickly, sisters! Defend the vault! Lady Maiev, we need you!
There is something I must do first. Illidari. I've spent my entire life as Keeper of the Wicked. Thousands of years, my only solace, knowing the world is kept safe from your kind. But I would do anything to save Azeroth. Even if it means releasing you. Will you help us, Demon Hunter?
Illidan Stormrage. At last, I meet the great betrayer.
So he is the key to Azeroth's downfall.
Soon. The body is cold, but his soul is not done fighting. We have work to do before he is ready.
Hurry then. The wardens are coming with the Illidari in tow.
Ooh, they are desperate. Illidan, now you belong to the Legion.
Cortana! You will answer to the High Council for this!
Judge me all you like, sister. But you cannot stop us.
You are too late, Warden. This vault will be your tomb.
Demon Hunters, you have to survive. Find the one named Archmage Khadgar. You can trust him. Illidan is still my charge!
have seen what I have seen. You know what we face. Now, mortals, follow me into the abyss.
Fates are now one. Argus will be your tomb.
At least we will have died fighting. Our war isn't over yet. Not while we hold the key to all worlds. Take us home!
I was always envious of you. Your gift, your faith, your vision. I never believed that Sargeras could be stopped. Perhaps you will prove me wrong.
Everyone, get ready!
Is everyone all right?
What have you done? Sometimes the hand of fate must be forced.
All forces are on board and accounted for. The Vindicar will be ready to depart shortly.
After we reach Argus, we will meet with the army of the light and begin our invasion.
Does he understand what you're truly asking of him? Do any of them?
We follow the path of the light, no matter where it leads.
Your faith has always been your weakness. When your closest allies fell to darkness, you didn't stop them. When the Legion swept over your world and took your people, you didn't make a stand. All you did was watch, convinced you were following the light's will. The truth is, you failed your people. Their blood is on your hands.
You will never understand what I did to save my people.
The light is holding you back. It's time to forge your own path.
Prophet, we are ready.
Proceed.
Where is your army of the light?
The Zenadar. Something is wrong.
again soon. What are your orders, Prophet?
We make our stand. The last battle for Argus has begun.
Blessed to be in your presence once more, Zira.
Turalyon, you have found the Chosen One. Illidan, from birth, the light in your eyes held such promise for the future.
I sacrificed that birthright long ago.
Do you not wish to reclaim what was lost? To be whole again?
The Legion's end is all I seek.
My child, you've given so much for so little. Your true potential, your redemption, lies before you. Let go of your shattered form and embrace the light's power.
I've traded my freedom for power before.
The prophecy must be fulfilled. Your old life has passed. The light will forge you a new one.
It is not yours to take.
The light will heal your scars.
I am my scars!
The light is your destiny.
My destiny is my own! You've doomed us all, betrayer! Your faith has blinded you. There can be no chosen one. Only we can save ourselves.
You have done well, mortals.
It is time.
We must gather our strength. Return home, children of Azeroth.
Illidan, we've done all we can.
Every choice, every sacrifice has led me to this moment. To face him once again.
You are not coming with us.
The hunter is nothing without the hunt. Did you not see this fate, Prophet?
Fate? Our survival was never in fate's hands. Light be with you, Illidan Stormrage.
Brother, your crusade is over!
moment that the way to Argus opened, the instant my gaze fell upon the Legion's homeworld, I knew I would not be returning from it. I will face my destiny, whatever it may hold. Yet, I have left certain matters unsettled. Old wounds that I would see mended. This crystal bears 2 messages. One is for my brother Malfurion, the other for Tyrande. I am trusting you to deliver them on my behalf, champion. When they have heard my words, leave the crystal atop Mount Hyjal, upon the shores of the Well of Eternity. You have witnessed echoes of my past, hero. I ask your help to put these final matters to rest. The Well of Eternity. I am not one for sentiment, but if anything embodies my commitment to Azeroth, it is the font of power I created so long ago. But enough dwelling on the past. The crystal I left for you to find holds not 2 messages, but 3. The last is for you, champion. You have proven your commitment to Azeroth. Your dedication, your sacrifice, rivals my own. But more will be asked of you. So much more. Even now enemies gather, and the shadows grow darker. From this day forward, the defense of our world, of all we hold dear, rests with you, Malfurion. Even in the womb we grappled with one another. Struggle has followed us all our lives. The teachings of Cenarius were always your path. I felt another calling. It was power I sought, but not to conquer or rule. It was a means to an end. To save Azeroth from an unstoppable foe. You never trusted my intentions, though I suppose I did not make it easy for you. But now, as my fate becomes clear, I wish to quiet the strife that has long divided us. Even when the Legion is gone, new threats will arise. There is no one I trust to face them. More than you, brother. You have spent a lifetime fighting for the dream of what Azeroth could be. Now you must fight for what it is. Take care of Tyrande. Listen to her counsel. She was always the best of us. The road ahead will be long. Whatever comes, bring honor to the name Stormrage. Tyrande, long ago, you trusted me enough to defy Malfurion's wishes and free me from my prison. But over time, that faith was lost. And like my brother, you came to believe that the choices I made had driven me to darkness. Know that every path I took led toward a single purpose: saving our world. I could abide no half measures, no compromise. At those times when I faced doubt, I held true to one constant, one anchor. You have always embodied the best of Azeroth, Tyrande. Your faith, your devotion, through the darkest times, my belief in you never wavered. My fate, my duty, are now clear to me. I leave Azeroth's defense to you, and to my brother. Take care of him, Tyrande. Though at times I wished your heart had made a different choice. In the end, I know it made the right one.
The crystal. It rings out with a familiar voice. My brother made selfish choices, caused pain to so many. His transgressions are difficult to forgive, and yet There were times when we fought for a common cause, a shared purpose. Those were good days. And now is not the time to ponder personal regrets. We must see to healing the world, champion. The soul of our world is in agony.
In my lifetime, I have twice witnessed a sundering of the world. Mother Moon, I pray I do not see a third. I sense a sorcerer's touch upon this crystal. Contrite words. Yet I must wonder whether he truly meant them. After Illidan faced defeat atop the Black Temple, I tried to let go of my feelings, my distrust and bitterness. When I learned that he was alive, leading the fight against the Legion on the Broken Shore, I could not bring myself to speak to him. The time for talk has passed. Seems he has a duty to fulfill. As do we. Let us be about it, champion.